I did get a chance to go to the border this past weekend, and it was an eye-opener, I think, for everybody on the trip. Many of us had not gone prior to this, and it's a little jarring. You get down there. Despite the best intentions of our Border Patrol folks, Port of Entry folks, and the folks trying to take care of the kids, it looked pretty bleak. Seeing these kids in these big cyclone cages in the middle of a warehouse, I mean, that's just not what I think of when I think of this country. I go to the Port of Entry, and the folks there are struggling to find rooms, very small rooms in this 1953 cinder block building. I mean, it's kind of tough. And, I think everyone wants that to change, wants to do something different. It was clear in talking to the folks down there that they were caught pretty much unawares with a lot of the policies and a lot of the statements coming out of the administration. Despite their ability or attempts to triage it, it's hard to put all that together, kind of on the fly by running this whole operation almost by the seat of their pants. And they're facing overwhelming odds. The cartels profit off of these families and these children. They encourage this stuff. We are missing the boat, I think, in terms of, working with some of these countries, trying to stop the problem before it gets here. We should be working with these families back in Guatemala, and Honduras and El Salvador, and we're not doing that. I think that these are the types of things that we could be working on and making a significant difference in the lives of these individuals going forward. We have some policies. I'd like to see Congress, step up and begin to deal with. There was some discussion about, the OR budget, the CBP budget. Where's that money actually going? Frankly, we had several folks tell us they have less money now than they used to, and that was surprising and I think pretty problematic from our standpoint. It was alluded to and talked about here that with the court-mandated timelines, these families don't get due process. It does take years and years and years maybe for them to get resolution, and that's a horrible way to live in that purgatory for that period of time. I just think, again, we could probably step in and with some funds make a difference there. Those facility, you get to the detention centers and it's not a prison, they tell you, but gosh, it sure looks kind of like one. And we met some of the women there, and one woman was actually had been in America for quite a while and lost her children because she had an old DUI. And I don't think that's the intention of what we're trying to do here in this country. And I'm concerned the administration is turning a blind eye to this and actually going back and trying to denaturalize a lot of American citizens or American folks that have come here over a long period of time. So, and criminal history could include that. So if they're not getting their children that because of cool criminal history, that might be what they're using. I'd just like to see us step up. I'm tired of having the judges and the administrations of this country run amok when it's our duty to step in and fix this resettlement refugee program and make sure these children get a fair shake. I would hope that we'd actually have, legislation and some hearings and move things forward and show America, show the rest of the world that we care, that we actually care, and put these children, these families in appropriate settings that, as was talked about by my good friend from Texas, so they are in short supply. And if we can do it, at least that would be a huge improvement. So I appreciate the opportunity to go on the trip, Mr. Chairman, and thank you very much. And hopefully we can step up.
Would the gentleman yield?
Yes, sir.
I appreciated him going on the trip, and a lot of what you've recounted there just was, I think, shocking to all of us, especially at that border crossing where they told us it's the 53 building, but last updated 1983, and they don't have enough electric current to have a magnetometer there to, or whatever it is, to screen people for devices, they would, even if they had one, they don't have enough power in the building. So we got some, that, by the way, that's outside of our jurisdiction, but not outside of our jurisdiction as members of Congress. So these are issues we saw firsthand that need to be addressed. I thank the gentleman from